Okay, so it's that time of the day again when I'm going to make you a video to show you what I've created. This time it will be in terms of our budget. So I just shared a document, a spreadsheet with all of you entitled Budget Dashboard. So the Budget Dashboard is just a series of equations and pie charts that I made in Excel and then imported into Google Docs. So that way we can all share and edit it, and I'll have a really up-to-date and accurate view of where our expenses are for the semester. I had to change a few things, and I think I caught everything that did not convert correctly when I imported it. But we'll find out. So let me go over this first page first. There's a few different sheets. You can see them listed along the bottom here. But this first page is the most important, and it's probably going to be the one that most of you view. So over here we have our different expense types broken down into a category, and then a percentage is assigned to each one of them for how much we've planned on spending. That planned amount is then given here. And then what we've actually spent is given in this column. What we plan on spending, let me say that over. What we've already planned to spend is here. This is our budget target. So this is the target for how much we want to spend. This is what we've already planned to spend. I'll get into a little bit of detail on that in a minute. And this is the total of what we've spent, what we already plan on spending, and then this on the end is this total minus this total taken away from the original. So it gives us what's left in our total budget and then in each category down here. So you can see we've already spent, we only have another $120 in capital improvements if we're going to stick to that 10% amount. Now these numbers can go negative. We can spend more in each of these. And it'll still work out just fine. But in terms of our expectation, we only have another $120 left for capital improvements. This table is summed up in 3 different pie charts, each titled what they are. At the bottom, so this is our total budget, 78% we have not spent yet. And then there's the breakdown of this much we've already spent on events, this much we've already, or excuse me, this is how much we've spent or plan to spend on events. This is how much we spent or plan to spend on capital improvements, coffee, and miscellaneous. This is the money that has already gone out in what we've spent, and this is just the money that is pending. So coffee that we want to order but we haven't yet. The iPad is an example of something that's in here. We're holding on to it because we have a plan for it, but the money actually hasn't gone out yet. So you'll see that the event is actually in there. Because the senators haven't come to play yet, but we plan on paying them a certain amount. Now, all of those details are in each one of the tabs on the bottom here, and it works quite simply as a ledger. So the most detailed one right now would actually be coffee and supplies, because we've actually spent the most there. Oh, Alex just messaged me. So it's really an easy table. You put in the date that we spent it on, a little bit of a description on it. So I have no idea what Mr. Takeout Bag, that receipt is about, so if someone could add some details to that. How much the receipt totaled, so that's including shipping, that's everything on that receipt. If you break it down, make sure that you include shipping in the total cost. And then over here you're going to want to either put a 1 in the actual or the planned column. So everything in this coffee and supplies sheet we've actually already purchased. The money has gone out, and vendors should be sending us different things. And then that all gets totaled over, actually at the bottom, and then it gets brought up to here. So here's the total that we plan to spend on coffee, tea, and supplies. What we've spent already. We don't have anything that we're planning on doing just yet here, and here's what's left. To see an example of something that's planned, we'll go to the events budget here. So the senators are something that's planned, and we could put the date that they plan on playing in there, which I believe is the 30th. We'll see. how much they're going to cost. And right now we're just planning on it, so we're just going to put a 1 in that column. It'll put it in the planned column over here. And you'll see that actual expenses are 0, planned expenses are 300, but left over it's still taking out that 300 for us, so that way we don't overspend in this category. So that number, the 300 for planned, you'll notice is automatically brought back here into this cell. So you can see it references events budget, cell J4 is what it happens to be. It gets brought back here to be automatically calculated in this table. So that's how you can get a really up-to-date view of our budget. And whenever people spend things, if you want to send me a receipt, I can put it into this table, or you can feel free to put different things into this spreadsheet. Just make sure you categorize it correctly, so that way we have an accurate understanding of where we're spending our money. So thanks.